Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about Rebirths. I want to do my best to cover what they are, how they're implemented elsewhere, how they might be implemented in OPTC, and most importantly, who are some potential candidates for Rebirths. So how it normally works in Dokkan is a character gets released and in time an event will be brought out and that event will drop medals, and using varying amounts of these medals depending on the character you can improve their stats and abilities. Now this awakening has an effect on everything: the HP, attack, defense, level cap, leader skill, super attack, rarity, and lastly the cost. In terms of what I'd like to see on OPTC, I don't think it's necessary for us to be able to turn all our old 5 stars into 6 stars, even though that would be cool. I think it's a bit overkill. However, I do in fact enjoy the idea of characters that are on the periphery, like the Usopp Pirates, Vivi, Crocus, characters that haven't got much limelight but we have seen on manga chapters cover pages since the time skip. I just think it would be cool if they could get rebirths with their post time skip art, and maybe some of these silvers could finally get 5-star versions and they'd be worth having. But for today we'll keep it simple and we'll focus on not even on changing rarities, just improving units that maybe got shafted in the past or have maybe fallen out of the meta. Basically what I want is medals to be added as drops for certain events such as raids or fortnights, or even something like the Whitebeard event where he shows up. I would also like to see certain ultra rare medals added. Maybe they can only drop in training forests or very difficult raids. Make those the ones we need to awaken our legends, and maybe you don't need them for the story mode and raid characters. The example I have on screen, pretty straightforward. Took the example of Hawkeye's Mihawk. He has a raid, he has a story mode, and he has a legend version. The idea is you would have to grind the Mihawk raid. Maybe there's a new difficulty, maybe there's a 60 stamina difficulty, and in return you get medals as well as your normal drops. Use these medals and you can improve all your Mihawks, not just one. Potentially for the legend Mihawk, I do think, as you can see I've got that little red medal at the back there, I think you should need at least one. You should have at least beaten his training forest and got on one of those medals. Maybe they're low drop rates, so you have to do it a couple of times. Make it a bit of a challenge to improve a character that's already fantastic. So now I'm going to cover just some of the characters that I think deserve rebirths. You're welcome to disagree in the comment section, but yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so Mihawk, well more specifically Raid Mihawk. I'm not going to be talking about the legend one right now. I can definitely see how this one would be up for debate. You know, Raid Mihawk is already a fantastic unit, so why does he need a rebirth? Well, he doesn't, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't be nice for him to get one, and the way I see it, it would be great if the first raid added to the game ever is still kept in the meta by adding a rebirth. So, I think its cost should increase. It should go up further than a legend. It should be 60. It needs to be higher because this unit is going to be very good. I think you should see a modest stat increase, but the more important factors are always going to be his captain ability and his special. The special name will stay the same, so don't worry about having to grind him back out to max again. However, his special will have some slight changes to it. It will now, instead of being a 30% damage cut to all enemies, be a 35% damage cut, and it will ignore all combo barriers. The captain ability, I think, should be the same in that it's a 2.5 boost to slashes. However, I think slashes should also see a small, maybe 1.25 boost for HP and recovery. It would also be of great benefit to him to have more than one socket, but giving him too many would be a bit much. This is already a fantastic unit, so I'm gonna say 2 sockets. Version 1 Shanks and Version 1 Ace. I think it was a given that they'd be mentioned on this list. simply due to how they've fallen out of favour over the time the game's been out. I think rejuvenating these units would be a bit difficult. To start with, I'd like to look at Ace. I think it'd be nice if he could steal Log Ace's special, so version 1 Ace would still deal quick damage, albeit slightly more quick damage, to all his enemies, but I think it would be nice on top of that if he were to block 50% of all damage taken for the next 4 turns. His Captain ability should see a minor improvement from a 2.5 boost for all quick units to a 2.75 boost for quick and shooter units. As for Shanks, it's difficult to rework version 1 Shanks and not somehow make him better than the woefully underpowered Strongworld Shanks. Strongworld Shanks is usable, but he doesn't really have legendary abilities. I think it would be nice to rework version 1 Shanks' special ability so that it still does damage to all enemies. However, it would also boost Psy units by 2 times for 1 turn. His Captain ability should still be a 2.5 boost, but instead of just boosting Psy, it should also boost slashes, and it should prevent Akainu's anti-heal debuff. While we're here, we may as well give Ace and Shanks their 5 sockets that they deserve. I'd like to take this moment to remind you that while these stats and abilities may seem grossly overpowered for what the units are, you must remember that the idea of these rebirths is those medals potentially could be used to awaken Strongworld Shanks and Strongworld Ace and make them even more powerful. This is how you introduce new content that's harder without screwing over the people that have put in the effort to get good units in the first place. I know. This one's kind of stupid. The version 2 Straw Hats don't actually need any reworking. Gear 3's still one of the best units in the game. Streamwolf Zoro, Impact Dialusa, and Town Army all still see uses in certain places. However, I do think a couple of these units could do with a little bit of reworking, namely Mr. Prince. So that this doesn't take forever, let's get quickly into it. I think Usopp and Sanji should now both be 5 stars. Everyone except Luffy should also be upgraded so that they have 5 sockets. Sanji should now boost by 3 times after hitting 2 perfects. Usopp should now boost Psy and Shooter attack and HP by ×2. Zoro's ability should still have the defense buff, however he should on top of that also boost Slashes and Ambition by 2 times. Nami should still boost in characters, but she should also boost their HP by a small amount. Luffy's Captain ability should still be 3.5 times after 3 perfects, but from now on, if you hit a perfect with a food orb, you can still heal with it. As for specials, Sanji should break enemy defenses for 1 turn and heal the crew by 60 times his recovery. Usopp should still boost Psy by 2 times, but also delay by 2 turns. Nami should change all colour orbs to int orbs. Zoro should deal damage to all enemies, just like Lion Song. However, like Streaming Wolf, he should nullify 100% strength damage for 1 turn. Luffy's special should deal a small amount of damage to all enemies and change the whole board to food orbs. I think it would also be great if all these units had the same Sailor ability. I think call it something like Romance Dawn, something that lends itself to the start of their journey. It will increase the unit's attack by 100 for every Straw Hat in the crew. Anyway, that's gonna about do it for this video. I did have some other ideas I wanted to go over, but they'll have to wait for another day. And yeah, if you liked it, please leave a like. If not, leave a comment. And yeah, see you guys next time.